I've personally been inside over 75 different saunas and watched thousands of people walk into ours for the first time. And the thing I keep noticing is most of them buy a sauna for one reason and end up valuing it for a completely different one. We're saunakits.com, the highest rated sauna store on Trustpilot, and after seeing this pattern play out hundreds of times, I'm convinced there are 5 health benefits that almost nobody talks about properly. Today, I'm walking you through all of them. Lesson 1, the nervous system bounce. The first thing you feel, and you feel the very first session, is something I started calling the nervous system bounce. Here's what's happening. You sit in the heat, your body reads it as stress. Your heart rate climbs, you start to sweat, your whole system goes into work mode, and then you step out, and everything swings the other way hard. Your body floods you with the opposite signal, the rest and recover response, and it does it faster and deeper than almost anything else I've tried. That swing from wound up to completely unwound in a space of 20 minutes, that's the bounce. And the reason you feel it day one, when something like meditation can take weeks to click, is that you're not learning a skill. You're not talking yourself into calm. The heat does it to you. Your body has no choice but to respond. It's also different from a workout high or a drink at the end of the day. A hard workout leaves you tired, a drink leaves you foggy and wrecks the back half of your night. The bounce leaves you calm and clear at the same time, relaxed but still sharp. Many customers come looking for stress reduction and are amazed at how quickly it works. Few things work as instantly as a sauna for stress reduction, without really bad side effects like a hangover. The nervous system bounce is what people show up for. The second thing on the list is what they end up texting their friends about, and is something I personally didn't see coming. Lesson 2. The temperature cliff. Lesson 2 is what happens to your sleep, and there's a specific mechanism behind it that most people get wrong. Your body falls asleep on a temperature signal. As the evening goes down, your core temperature naturally drifts down, and that drop is one of the main cues your brain uses to know that it's time to sleep. A sauna lets you exaggerate that on purpose. You heat your core way up, you step out, and over the next hour or two, your temperature falls off a cliff. That sharp drop is a much louder version of the signal your brain is already looking for. So you don't want to do it right before bed. You're still hot and buzzing then. The sweet spot is somewhere around 90 minutes to 2 hours before you want to sleep. So the cliff lands right as you're climbing into bed. And this is the real difference between a sauna and most sleep hacks. Melatonin, magnesium, blue light glasses, those are all nudges around the edges. The temperature cliff is the actual physiological lever your body already uses. You're not adding a chemical, you're turning up a switch that's already wired in. This benefit shows up regardless of sauna type. Infrared, traditional, even a quality sauna blanket, the temperature cliff is the mechanism and it works across all of them. Sleep is the benefit people don't shop for but end up loving the most. The third one is the one most people don't believe until they see the numbers show up on their own watch. Lesson 3, the passive cardio effect. And it's the one that has the most science behind it. When you sit in a sauna, your heart rate climbs. For a lot of people, it lands in the same range as a brisk walk or an easy jog. You're sitting still. You're not pounding your knees. You're not out of breath. You're not doing anything. Your cardiovascular system is getting a real workout while the rest of you is completely at rest. That's why I call it passive cardio. Strap on a heart rate monitor and watch it during a session and you'll see it for yourself. It climbs and it stays up. That's not the sauna relaxing you in the moment, that's your heart doing work. A large study out of Finland followed regular sauna users for over 2 decades and found the frequent ones had dramatically lower rates of heart-related death than the people who barely used one. And this matters most for the people who can't train like they'd want to. Older folks, people with bad joints, anyone whose body just won't take a hard workout anymore. You can get a real cardiovascular stimulus sitting down. There's 2 honest caveats though. First, this specific benefit is about consistency. The Finnish data is on people doing 4 or more sessions a week. Once a week gets you the stress relief, it doesn't move the cardiovascular needle. This is the one you actually have to show up for. Second, the strongest research here is on traditional saunas because that's what those studies used. Infrared has its own evidence and it's promising, but it's earlier stage. If you're hearing all of this and thinking about getting a sauna in your home, head to saunakits.com. Every type I'm talking about today is on the site, from entry-level infrared setups to full traditional cabins. Links in the descriptions. Back to it. The first 3 benefits you can feel directly. The fourth one isn't something you feel, it's something you notice in everything else that happens to you. Lesson 4, Hormesis. Lesson 4 has a real scientific name, Hormesis, and it changed how I think about the whole point of sauna. Hormesis is a simple idea. A small controlled dose of stress makes your body more resilient. Not enough to hurt you, just enough to force it to adapt. That's exactly what a sauna is. 20 minutes of controlled, self-imposed heat stress, and your body gets a little tougher every time you do it. And the payoff shows up outside the sauna. People who sauna regularly tend to handle other things better. The cold plunge stops feeling brutal, a tough workout doesn't flatten you the way it used to, even a stressful day rolls off a little easier. You've been practicing staying calm inside discomfort, and that carries. For me, it took a few weeks of consistent sessions before I noticed it, and it's subtle. You don't feel it happen. You just look up one day and you realize the hard stuff isn't hitting you as hard. And it ties straight back into that longevity research. A body that adapts to stress well tends to be a body that lasts longer. The fifth lesson is the one I never expected and the one I'm now most convinced about, especially after watching thousands of customers walk through this. Lesson 5, the forced silence. Lesson 5 is the forced silence, and it's the benefit that almost has nothing to do with the heat. Think about the last time you had 20 minutes with no phone. Not phone in your pocket, no phone at all. No scrolling, no texting, no glancing at it. For most people, the honest answer is, I can't remember. A sauna makes that decision for you. You physically can't bring your phone in there. So for 20 minutes, you get something modern life almost never hands out: enforced stillness. And you can't really fake this anywhere else. You can promise yourself you put the phone down, and we both know how that goes. The sauna doesn't ask you to have willpower. The environment just removes that option. That's the whole trick. Part of why a sauna works so well might just be that it's one of the only places left that forces you to stop. I think that's what most people are actually missing in their wellness routine. Not another supplement, just 20 minutes where nothing can reach them. One last thing worth saying. People assume that getting these benefits means dropping serious money on a quality sauna, and that's just not true. The stress relief and the sleep benefits show up even at entry-level price points. Saunakits.com has saunas at entry level, from basic setups to full outdoor cabins. And if you're not buying right now, hang around our channel. There's a lot more on this topic worth your time. See you on the next one.